Hey y'all, welcome back. Today we're checking out a bunch of stuff actually. I don't know. I'm torn. I'm torn in half, in a few pieces. I don't know. Look at that flag. What does it mean, right? What does it mean? I don't know exactly. I know it stands for Great Britain, and it's a mixed match of a few different flags that make up the United Kingdom, right? Even though Wales is not represented, it does represent Wales, right? So I was cruising around YouTube and I see this video about British people flying the flags, the St. George flag and the Union Jack. I thought, great, this is great, wonderful. I was literally just a couple weeks ago saying in a video how British people should fly the flag. It's a beautiful flag, fly it, be proud, right? So I love it in that sense. But then I see that some organizations with questionable viewpoints are embracing this thing. So then I think, oh no, these organizations are fascists, far-right extremists, and they probably are violent, maybe? I don't know. So then I'm like, well, maybe it's not a good thing. Maybe it's not a good thing. But then I think, well, why do they get the flag? Why do the extremists get to use the flag for what they believe in? It's not for them, it's for everybody. So I'm torn. But then I find out that there's this thing called Operation Raise the Colors in response to the British flags being taken down, but Palestinian flags not being taken down. And then I learned, why aren't the Palestinian flags being taken down? And it's because the government is afraid of violent protests if the Palestinian flags are taken down. But then I think, well, they're just saying that all Palestinians are violent? That's not cool. Like, what? I'm so torn. I don't understand. If you're new to this channel, and if you haven't realized it by now, I am an American. I'm a center-left California hippie. You know what I mean? I just want everybody to get along. I want us all to have an easy life, be able to chill out, have some fun challenges with our work, and then come home and chill the f*** out and not be worried about dying and getting hurt. But damn, this is complicated. So I want to look at some shorts. I've not contacted these channels to ask them if I can react to this. I don't know who they are. They might be some far-right racist extremist thing. They might be some far-left racist extremist. I don't know who they are. I do not know. I'm totally ignorant to what is going on. But we're gonna dip our toe in it a little bit. So hang in there with me. I typed in to the YouTube search Operation Raise the Colors, and I found some shorts. I don't want to dwell on one video. We're just going to watch some shorts, right? Here's the first short that came up.
It's a sign of peaceful resistance that represents the biggest fuck you to our treacherous anti-English government possible, and they can't do a damn thing about it. After Birmingham's Labour Council's ludicrous decision to remove St George's and Union Jack flags for health and safety reasons, apparently, patriots decided they weren't going to take this one lying down. So this is what the council said. People who attach unauthorised items to lampposts could be putting their lives and those of motorists and pedestrians at risk.
That seems like an extreme concern, doesn't it? I don't know what the lampposts are like in Britain or what the flags are made of, but around here we have flags on lampposts all over the place. They're advertisements. I've never seen one fall off onto a car and block a windshield like a Mr. Bean sketch.
For God's sake, the council took them down, and all of a sudden over the weekend, people started putting them back up again.
That makes me proud. That makes me happy. It makes me feel good to see British folks being proud of their country and the symbols of their country, right? That seems like a good thing.
And what started in Birmingham has beautifully spread across the country. Operation Raise the Colours, it's called. And it means when the council takes down our flags, we just put them up again. As the British Patriot explained, something big is happening in Britain. A wave of patriotism is sweeping the nation, with Brits and towns and cities boldly flying their flags. This isn't just flag waving, it's a powerful display of unity. The British people are awake.
I love that. A display of unity. I love that. Again, I'm not British, but I love watching you guys get together and do this. That makes me feel good. That makes me feel good. But I know there's something deeper coming, you know?
Tommy Robinson added, just as quickly as Birmingham Council removed Patriots' flags from lampposts, they're back up.
Okay, wait, who is Tommy Robinson? Who's this guy? Should I not be cool with him? What's his deal? Is a British anti-Islam campaign. Okay. See. Okay. Well, I can't get on board with that then, I guess. Because they took it over.
Watch.
He's giving us the nod. He thinks we're taking him down. Twat. he's waving, giving it, oh, well done, boys. Nah, mate, you're going to have a fucking shock. Waving at us thinking we're taking him down. Yeah. Ah, it's going up, mate. It ain't coming down. Do you liking this, Jones? I like it. It's all right. Do you know what, though?
I mean, it's obviously insane that this is happening. After all, the Stars and Stripes fly proudly across virtually every state of the US.
That is very true. That is very true. We put our flag on everything, no matter how tacky it is. I will say, though, the far right is much more ready to fly the American flag than the far left. So in a way, in America, also the far right has sort of taken over the flag, but not really, not totally.
But in the UK, flying our flag has for some reason long been associated, I blame the elite class and the MSM, with hooliganism or the make-believe far right, meaning many ordinary patriots have shied away. But not anymore.
Not anymore? I don't know if I can trust what this guy's saying, because he mentioned this Tommy Robinson guy and didn't mention he was an anti-Islam campaigner. But this is Wikipedia. I don't know.
Quite glorious scenes show. I honestly want to see every damn village, town, and city blanketed with them. Every damn street. Come on, let's do this.
I love that too. I think that's great. But y'all, see, he didn't. That's why I'm torn, y'all. I don't know who to believe. I don't know who is saying what information they're leaving out. You know what I mean? Okay. Well, I guess another point is that it is kind of technically vandalism, maybe, you know? In some of these videos, they're showing that people are painting St. George crosses on the streets. Technically, that is vandalism, I guess. Okay. Who's this guy? Winston Marshall. I don't know.
After years of rubbing the British people's faces in the various flags of the omnicores, be it the divisive trans flag and the endless variations of the LGBTQ colours.
This flag here is one of the more contemporary rainbow flags.
This is the new lesbian flag.
This is the bisexual flag.
Palestine flags on lampposts and buildings, or BLM flags, or whatever the latest schismatic far-left cause might be. The British people have finally had enough.
Who's this guy? Should I not be platforming him? I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
British.
Yes.
England. Get me? United
See?
Africa.
That's it.
Oh.
Over the weekend, a quiet revolution swept Britain. And if you only watch the mainstream media, you might never have known. It is the Raising the Colours movement. Up and down the country, flags are being hoisted and our streets are being adorned with the cross of St. George, the Union flag. Even roundabouts are being painted. The good people of the United Kingdom, in their calm, collected way, standing up. And of course, those of the establishment and the regressive left, who are not completely ignoring this.
See, he just mentioned politics and oh God, y'all. Okay, we're gonna get off this guy. I don't know who that is. I don't think I want to know who that is. Operation Raise the Colors in East London. Oh, that's a great idea. They painted the crosswalk lines. See, that's adorable. That's not gonna harm anybody. That's as harmful as a kid riding on the sidewalk with chalk. You know? That's nothing. Come on. Why does the right get to have the flag? Part of me thinks, yeah, take down the flags because it's a symbol of, I don't know, the far right, I guess. But at the same time, hey, left, take the flag back. The left should start putting up the flag because, you know, to take the power away from the right or something. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. This is why I don't usually do politics, because it's so frustrating and it makes me angry. But at the same time, I find this really interesting. I'm curious to know what y'all think. Are they overreacting by taking down these flags? Are they overreacting by avoiding taking down the Palestinian flags? If it is a safety hazard, then all flags should be taken down, right? Where's Keir Starmer in all this? What does he have to say? Where is he? Is this him?
Today, we're diving into a fascinating and defiant movement that's sweeping across...
Who is this? Power and Politics. Uh-oh. I don't know who this is.
The UK. It's a story of national pride, local defiance, and a battle over flying flags. We're talking about Operation Raise the Colours. This movement has seen defiant locals hanging hundreds of St George's flags across the country. Why? It's a direct reaction to councils reportedly taking them down. The Union Jack and St George's flags have been raised by communities nationwide as part of this burgeoning movement. The sparks for this started early this month, with flags first hung up in Birmingham and East London before being removed by council chiefs. But instead of discouraging people, it seems to have ignited a widespread response. Operation Raise the Colours is now active in communities from Manchester to Bradford, Newcastle, Norwich, and even the Isle of Wight. This isn't just a spontaneous uprising, it's organised. Activists are using a Facebook page to coordinate their efforts, broadcasting themselves hanging flags and helping others gather supplies. Members are even offering each other transport and equipment. We've seen posts like, 60 of the 120 just collected. And the motivation behind it is clear. As one user on the Facebook group put it, I just feel that the time has come to all band together and refuse to be bullied. Another powerful statement. We are proud of our country and should not be made to feel otherwise.
Okay. See, when you put it like that, yeah. Yeah. Right? But is that their true intention? I don't know.
Group members have firmly rejected claims that the movement is aggressive.
Okay. Okay.
One of the key areas of contention is Tower Hamlets in London. Mayor Lutfur Rahman, who was found guilty of electoral fraud in 2015, has attempted to hinder the movement. He stated that flags put up in the borough would be taken down as part of routine maintenance. These comments have received significant backlash from...
See, that seems like a convenient excuse. Routine maintenance, taking down the flags.
Residents. The council's general stance is that while they recognise people wish to express their views, they also have a responsibility to monitor and maintain council infrastructure. But the flag flyers are vowing to further their efforts. This isn't just a local issue, it's reached the highest levels of government. The Prime Minister has voiced his absolute support for people raising English flags.
Okay. He's voiced his absolute support for raising English flags. Okay.
A spokesman for the P PM highlighted his pride in being British and the patriotism he feels. The PM spokesman even stated, absolutely, we put up English flags all around Downing Street, especially when the English football teams are playing. However, the PM did not comment on individual council cases. We also heard from Shadow Home Secretary Chris Philp, who was highly critical of what he called a two-tier policy. He emphasised that the Union flag and St George's Cross are part of our national identity. Philp argued that displaying these flags shouldn't just be allowed, it should be encouraged, and they should fly with pride.
Okay, y'all, I'm liking everything I'm hearing so far.
He pointed out that councils like Birmingham and Tower Hamlets allowed flags of other countries to be displayed for weeks or months, but then immediately removed national flags. He called this more two-tier policy. It is simply wrong. So it's clear that Operation Raise the Colours is more than just about flags. It's about national identity, community pride, and resisting what many see as an unfair double standard. The movement continues to grow across the country. What do you think about this movement? Do you believe councils should allow these flags to fly, or do they have a right to take them down as part of routine maintenance?
See, I'm torn. I want to say yes. I want the flags. I want the flags up. Like this gets me revved up, y'all, and I'm not even British. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this. I love the idea of it, but I'm afraid that if it's a far right thing, extremist, that it's gonna be done in the name of violence or something, It's gonna be used to hurt people.
4 years ago, Britain was awash with Ukrainian flags as we demonstrated our solidarity with a faraway nation.
That's a good point, sir.
About which most people knew little. The novelty for that cause has worn off and been replaced with concern for somewhere else, thousands of miles from our own country. Many of us have grown a little tired lately of seeing the Palestinian flags, which seem to have appeared in all the places where Ukrainian flags had previously been.
This guy, I'm not going to play his whole video, but that's a very good point. Why are just the British flags being taken down? Here's a good article, or I don't know if it's good, but it's appropriate, I guess. Why shouldn't we celebrate flying the national flag? Look at this British lady flying her flag. She's sitting on the porch flying the flag. She's got a Union Jack pillow. Right. St. George's and Union Jack flags have been popping up all around the country. Blah, blah, blah. Some view it as a symbol of respect and celebration, while others associate the flags with the rise of far-right demonstrations across the country. I guess that's the problem. I guess that's the difference, right? Lewis Nielsen from Stand Up to Racism warned that the surge in flags is really dangerous given the rise of far-right demonstrations nationwide. What our research has shown is that the same people organizing the far-right demonstrations are the same people who have started this campaign about raise your colors. See, historian Dan Snow said flags have always been a symbol of identity. They're always political. It's not surprising that we are still having this argument. That's a good point. They're always, look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Tell me what to think. Tell me how to feel. What's going on over there? How do y'all feel about it? I saw a video of a news report. I'm not going to show it because I don't think I can, but the newscaster was in Britain, and I think he was from Ireland, living in England, and he said that when he sees the Union Jack or the St. George's Cross, that it makes him uncomfortable, so they should be taken down. If something makes you personally uncomfortable, does that mean everybody else in the world has to cater to your comfort? Like, come on. What do y'all think? It sucks that if you're a British person and you want to be patriotic and fly the flag, you're automatically getting lumped in with people who you probably disagree with politically. That sucks. I mean, I guess the government has a point about putting a flag on public property or, government property, and you should keep the flag on your own private property. I guess that's a good point. I guess. This is complicated, y'all. I don't know. As flags continue to rise and fall across England, one thing remains clear. In a society as complex and multicultural as modern Britain, even a simple banner can provoke a fierce, unrelenting debate about who we are and what we dare to display. I wish it was as simple as just being proud of your country, you know. I don't know. Anyway, y'all, let me know in the comments what you think. Hopefully I'll be brave enough to dive in there and read some of them. But I'd like to thank my patrons. I'd like to thank my Buy Me a Coffee folks. Thank y'all for watching this with me, and I'll see y'all next time. Later.